What's going on, everybody? It's been a while since we've done a stream, huh? Hope you all are having a good day. I'm just here chipping away at this artwork I've been had going for a while. And yeah, getting close. But still a lot of little polishing to do on it here. Who's here? Who's hanging out? Who do we got in chat? What's going on? Here's where I was. Just kind of detailing the skyscraper over here. Let's see, what was I on? There it was. Just kind of, I like the idea of making it kind of like a circuit, like circuitry sort of. Kind of, I did it on another building, and way back here, kind of subtly. And I'm just gonna line check that. It's a little off, had to be a bit steeper. More like that. Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for always hopping in. I appreciate you, man. Working on some kind of... My idea of this one was like a dystopian monochromatic. It's basically, it all started with another monochromatic experiment. But yes, I went with green this time. And particularly a very like lime green, or neon greenish, I guess you'd call it. And I haven't moved from this hue. I haven't even slid it slightly. I've only just worked with these grays and, you know, the way you can manipulate color. And I just love how it comes out, and you can do it with anything. If you go on my website, planetjokum.com, there's one called Abduction Night. It's an orange monochromatic. And you can see how it really makes everything atmospheric. Which I love that effect. I've been trying to get better at it. And I'm not worried about these being perfect. I'm trying to get better at eyeballing. These lines here. Within reason, it won't be. Wish you could just undo like this on paper. Would be amazing. No, I'm not. I'm just kind of making up circuitry-like texture here. It's kind of a mystery piece. Let you decide what you think is going on. I've been quite off here. So you know what, I'm just gonna go back and redo that because it was wrong. the name of the game? Gotta establish a good one here. That. Is actually correct, but what's up, guys? This is one I've been it's kind of been a side project for a while. Nearing the finish line. I haven't streamed in a while, so I figured why not reveal, do a small reveal. Okay, I like that. That was cool. Kind of makes the smiley face, neon sign smiley face thing seem more attached to the building. Hope you all are having a fine, what is it, Tuesday? Sometimes I can't even think of the day of the week. I think it just auto-saved there for me. It's taken me a while to decide what I wanted to do with these skyscrapers. Basically this one's like a clock one. It's got like a grandfather. It's like a grandfather clock arm in there. You can see that. Like the weights and the pendulum. I don't know, just messing around. I just want it to kind of feel overall like dystopian. If it feels overall dystopian, then I'm happy. Let's see, let's do like that. And then maybe have like, I wonder what it would look like if I could did like a little capacitor or something. Kind of something like that, actually. It would be a little bit more like that. I'll keep it. Actually, it's a little dark. Let's see, like more like that color, maybe a little more. Yeah, that's fine. Just give it a mid-tone. I'll go back and fix it up in a little while. I'll grab a green from there again. I've been liking color picking from colors that I've blended rather than repicking colors more. It's been a habit I've been getting into. And I feel like I color stumbled better that way. Come across some shades that I may not have like thought of. Let's check my vanishing point here. It's pretty much right below this sign. Maybe like something like that. Too long though. You just have to converge pretty much to the eye. I feel like that's way off if I check that. Something more like that. I'll even go deeper with it. Let's see where that lands. Okay, that one was more accurate. Something like that. This drawing's in the stage of basically not knowing when it's gonna be done. There's gonna be a point where I'm gonna kind of step back from it, I think, and be happy with the details. So yeah, I don't know. I actually almost considered it done recently. But then I kept having fun rendering it more further and further with further detail, and just kind of got sucked in and decided I wanted to just keep going till I felt happy about it. Like for example, I was kind of going into these cars and trucks a little bit more on the highway and working them out, even though, you know, when you come out to the overall composition, they're small and you can't really notice them. On canvas you will, but I just ended up deciding I wanted to go in and render a little bit more, and it's just kind of a bunch of polish work going on here. I'm hopping around and like honestly I think I want to grab this white and go in and make it yeah, like see, I don't like this edge here. These edges going on. There's just so I keep finding things to fix because this picture is such a high resolution that it's easy to get lost in the detail. So I think of this smiley face logo as like the creepy giant corporation logo. Kind of reminds me of like Half-Life 2 vibes, if you ever played Half-Life 2. Definitely want that to be the slightest overlap. Let me see, I already made a center, it's like there. Yeah. And I kind of want this to be blurred. I just like the way it looked. Kind of gave some motion to the picture for some reason. I'm going to allow this ellipse to not be right because it's not that important of a detail, and I'm happy enough with how it looks from a distance. See, now I want to make like this look like it's glowing or something because it just looks cool. That would be too bright though. I think somewhere in there instead. Bigger. I'm using the airbrush right now. But what happened? What if? What if? Ah, yes. Could glow like that. Maybe. Just maybe. I don't know if that's what it's translating as, though. Alright, I'll do it slow. Been trying to get better at striking true with my lines. Just because they just come out so much more, they come out so much straighter when they're done with higher speed. There's like a Goldilocks zone to the speed. Yeah, I kind of like how this looks. Maybe allow it to get a little bigger here. Zoom out here. I always zoom out to see if it's translating. So now that I have this mid-tone color, what I think I can do is I do the smiley face here, but not sure it'll translate. Let's see. Okay, it's pretty bright. Not as bright, but close. Okay, guess it'll be easier zoomed in. Nope. Alright, they say get the line going first and then touch it. Nope. I'm going at an awkward angle. There it is. I'll take it. I find it's easier if I hold my pencil more towards the middle to get accuracy. There you go, a little capacitor thing. I can make a little connector or something. Yeah, so like, I mean, you're not even gonna see these little things, but I do them anyway. It's like a little washer bracket thing. It is the foreground building, so. And that's like lit up maybe. And then I can, I'll take this really bright white, light up the center of this thing. Bigger brush though. Yeah, like that. Let's see. What happens if it's like too white? Hey Stephanie, hey, what's up? How you doing? Looks like neon, yeah. Well, glad it does. That's what I'm going for. Sweet. Kind of just inventing here. So, yeah, because if it matches that smiley guy, then it'll look like light, I think. Cool. Maybe these things can be lit up. There's a lot going on in this one, Stephanie. And I don't have all the answers. For example, this newspaper blowing in the wind here. Hidden clues. Thank you. Definitely gonna work my way through all the colors on the color wheel with the monochromatic theme. I'm just blending this here. Actually, I'll just take. There we go. Try to give it like a glow around it. That's not quite the right color actually. Let me fix this here first. See, it's so ridiculous how far you can zoom in. It's like, I shouldn't be zooming in this much. Sometimes I do, just to make it easier quick. I'm just curious. I'm not gonna work it. Something off on that. Oh no! Oh no! That's so unfortunate. What do you think? What do you think could have happened? You think maybe it got stuffed somewhere, like, or thrown away on accident, maybe? That sucks. Damn. I mean, I'll tell you, it's not. I've lost stuff like that before in my life. It sucks. Man. So sorry that happened. Maybe it'll show up. Maybe it's not over. I know you've been looking for 2 weeks, but just specifically those 2 things have disappeared, huh? Nothing else? Has anything else disappeared along with them? that's like out of the lists of things that are the worst to lose. It's like something like that, like an instrument or a painting. Especially if it's an original. There's got to be hope left. It's got to be somewhere. But there's definitely no need to cry. It's unfortunate, but I'll tell you what. I'll send you, if you can't find it, I'll send you a print of Willowwood for free. Because I feel bad about that. I'll send you a canvas print of the same size. The only thing I can think of is that it got thrown out here. Yeah, I mean, I've moved probably about 5 times since I've been to Tennessee, and I've probably lost something on accident like that every time I've had to, pick up all my things and put them somewhere fast, and I always put something somewhere stupid. But you want to share some tears? Yeah. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating to lose something like that. It reminds me of hearing the stories of like my bandmates losing or getting their instruments stolen after gigs outside of the venue. It's just terrible that people even consider stealing things like that. Like, I'd rather someone take my money before my instrument or something like that, or like my art, I moved the whole picture on accident. I see the problem here. This needs to have... Hey, Kirsten, what's up? You're amazing. I guess the music is better. Thank you so much, Stephanie. I feel like you've bought so much art from me. I'm so humbled. I could never expect anything from you again. And the coins and the stars and the gift card that you sent me for Michael's. Proper emoji, Kirsten, by the way. So I decided that building on the right here is like a circuit building-y thing. Just thought it kind of looked cool. I did it over here in this building, kind of off in the distance with less detail. And I thought, like, well, it'd be cool if another one looked like that. Which brings me to these edges here. I want to work on them. They've been bothering me. Not quite what they needed to look like. And bring this a little more towards green there. We've had so many people in the house, but like I said, I didn't want to think they still it. If they did, I sincerely hope that they love it. Well, that's a very peaceful way to leave it. But yeah, are you saying like you've had like strangers in the house? Like probably like like subcontractors and stuff, you know, like people like plumbers and painters and whatnot. ZP Knuckles 136. Nope. Sorry, brother. Not gonna buy followers. I'm gonna earn them one at a time. So I want to make the edge glowy here. Not the right brush size. Go with that. And this doesn't have to be a perfect line from a distance. It should be fine. What you up to, Kirsten? Hanging out? Full time? Tons of contractor workers, yeah. I mean, it happens. Those, you know, those. I'm sure people hire people like that all the time, and they find that things have gotten stolen out of their house. I mean, like, I've been in that industry my entire life, for the most part. Like, right out of high school, I became a painter in the sense of painting houses, and I mean, people give you full access to their house, you know? They'll leave you in their house for 8 hours, unattended, just painting it. I mean, I've never done anything, but I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, if I was to be someone that wanted to be a thief, it'd be very easy, you know? To take something like that. So, I could see that happening, not too far-fetched. Just hanging with the cats. Going to trivia later. Nice. Good old trivia night. Do you get to know the theme of the trivia night before it happens? Or is it always just random when you get there? Oops. My hand doesn't want to draw straight lines today. There we go. That was a little off. There we go. There we go. It's usually just general trivia, but sometimes there are themes that I know ahead of time. Cool. Well, yeah, right. Because then you wouldn't want to know ahead of time, because then you could cheat, right? You could do all your research. At least they have great taste. It's a positive way to look at it, I guess. I know it's 5 o'clock, but I'm thinking about making more coffee. It's not cheating, it's studying. I wonder if they I wonder if they let the Jeopardy contestants know what they're gonna like have for categories, you know, or like some sort of hint. Maybe not the whole picture. Cause Jeopardy seems real random. Just totally. Like, I mean, I'm almost positive I've heard like a World of Warcraft question on Jeopardy. Like, that's how random Jeopardy can be. Do it. I might. It just requires me to step away from the stream for a little bit too long. That's the only thing. Maybe I can get the water boiling and then it'll go quicker that way. Then my hand will probably be real shaky when I come back to draw. Almost like that a couple of them are lit up, but not all of them. It's like, oh, like energy is surging through those, but not the other ones. Look at this color history over here on the right that you can see all the colors I've picked for this drawing. I always think it looks pretty cool to see that. Oh, so you can see there's an old drawing that I worked on in the program. But so far, all those different, like that's the crazy, like that's how many different colors you can get from one hue. I'm sorry, that hue. All within this box here. And they all say very different things in context, I think, depending on how much gray you use. I'm still learning and experimenting though. I mean, the colors behave differently in monochromatics to where you kind of have to like, it's hard to decide like what would be warm and what would be cool, for example, for me, because green, like especially if I can't slide the green towards blue or yellow and it's stuck in its temperature, it's kind of like, I'm not even sure how to think about what would be warm or cool, maybe. But yeah, stuff like that. Basically for the ambient shadows or ambient light, I've been bringing in more green into the shadow, into the darker color. So I'm gonna grab this color here, maybe slide it up where I was doing before. That's not quite right. This needs to be more green, like that. There it is. Cause this, I consider this kind of glassy. Something like that. Double up the line. Just these little details, you can go on forever with them. What time's trivia? Go with a bigger brush size here. Now I'm just going to go with a really big brush size and kind of lightly get these sky colors going on here. See how that looks. Even over here, I even go bigger with the brush. Something nice about that, I guess. This can have a little bit of it too. I don't think it would be perfectly well, that wasn't right either. almost like I should have just... Seven, but I'll get there early to get my pre-trivia drink. Nice. Didn't you say there's a teensy dude? I said I experimented by putting a teensy dude in the back. I took him out because you couldn't even see him. But what I did tell you was this. Ready? You ready? You watching? So, I'm only going to do this once because I want to keep it mainly a surprise for when I release the painting. Okay, so I'll give you two reveals. Ready? Two reveals. Only anyone on the stream right now gets. So on this newspaper, man escapes over walls. With like, you know, a wanted. I'm actually gonna write wanted, I think. And then the other thing is the coin. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. You see that? It's the only red in the entire drawing. It's the only red. Alright, that's it. That was the prize for anyone that was watching for now. It'll have to be left for discovery. Or for the keen eyes out there in the stream. You saw that, Stephanie? Good. This is a purposefully dark picture. I'm making this a dark drawing. To me, it's about the toxicity of money onto the human race. In a world where money rules, but monochromatically amplified. And I kind of, what the signs say aren't necessarily final. I've gone through a couple of different iterations about what they said, but the signs are basically making fun of like what they tell you when you grow up about money and what it means to be successful and what your parents teach you, and also what the big money marketing tries to teach you and tries to brainwash the public into thinking through commercials and through subconscious like mental manipulation in the way they choose colors on commercials and have hidden messages, and they make Facebook and everything they design it to be super addicting and to get as much attention as they can from you. There's a lot of, for me, this artwork comes from like not being able to decide how I want to talk about that. So I just decided to make a strange world instead over it. And the rest is up for debate. Actually, I'm gonna use the blur tool instead here. The rest is up for debate for the person looking at it, and I'm gonna leave a lot of hidden messages in it to kind of what I was thinking. Also, here's another thing. This is like a grandfather clock weight inside the skyscraper that's swinging. Thought that was a fun idea on this clock tower I got going on. So yeah, just going through detailing these skyscrapers. I'm pretty happy with how this one looks. Actually, that's my favorite one. How that came out. I wanted this one to be like the glassy kind of window one, where the whole skyscraper is pure windows. And then the ones off in the distance don't really matter. And this coin is actually on a giant skyscraper that's so giant and ridiculous. I just tried to make it like, you know, absolutely absurd. It's just like, it looks like a stick, you know, like if we had to really think about it, well, how many floors would that have? What, the fucking 3,000 floor, 3,500 floor building? Just like completely absurd. At first I wanted to have it floating up there, but nah. Not really doing this light the way I want it, or wanted to. Where's my blur tool? Okay, I have my blur tool. Blur out the top here a little bit. I'm tossing a little touch of blur around the edges because I'm trying to get that effect that it's like how you actually view the reality in real life. I mean, right now you can test it for yourself and look around the room and focus on your peripherals and what they're seeing, and you'll see in an instant that they're blurry. Everything, you can take your hand like this, focus on it, and move it this way, and the second, you know, you can't see it anymore. That's the edge. But you can see it's blurry, and there's a way to simulate that in drawing, and I've kind of been trying to pull it off. You can see on the bottom here it's more prominent. These trucks and these little, there's another little detail, these little trucks and cars on the highway. I love your brain. I agree with Stephanie. Well, I love your brains. Your brains are cool. I guess while I'm down here, I'll finish these trucks. Y'all have been so fun on these chats, because y'all have weird imaginations too. Fucking putting souls in berries and bristleberry bushes and crows with red eyes. You know, it's funny, Stephanie. At my art show the other day, someone bought the last ever print of Mushroom Glow Chasm again. That one sold again. Can't believe it. It's one of my first paintings. Oh, it's because I have the blur tool and not the... There we go. Oh. The paintbrush was so big I couldn't see it. It was bigger than the screen. I gotta zoom out a little bit. I don't want to get too crazy on these cars. I gotta moderate my detail here. After all, this is a 4K drawing. Let's round out these wheels a little bit here. Sky a little bit of a shadow. And maybe this guy needs some help here. Looking a little rough. Not really looking like a car, more like a blob. For how close it is. And basically, it's going to remain mostly a blob. Go with a smaller brush size. Just refining it slightly so when your brain looks at it, it's not like blob, it goes car. We want our brain saying car, not blob. Lesson number 1. Jacob, what's up, dude? Miss you, man. How you been? Good to see you here, man. Look straight up 3D. Thanks, man. This one's going for that 3-point, but I made the third vanishing point, very subtle. So you know, like it's actually 2-point, but there's no. But the second point's like the third one that would normally make things vanish up. Because everything's level with the horizon this way. Because of the classic road 1-point. But yeah, I guess it's like a 1-point this way, but a 3-point up. That makes sense. Dude. I fucking can't stop, man. I wanna work on something again eventually too, like Poliak or whatnot. Actually, that reminds me, we were showing yesterday, the Cave of Life sold. I ordered a canvas digital print of the first level with the light shining through, the big stalactite. That one sold as a little like canvas print like this. And yeah, so it was worth it. But I really enjoyed working with you in those times, man. How's Flow Labs going? You got any side projects? Any art side projects? I knew someone would sell you. I knew you would sell some of your art. Everyone comments on mine. That's so cool to know. I could have never imagined. I'm so grateful that people actually want it. Really. I'm glad to even find the time to do it and create it, and have enough money to pay my rent and just keep drawing. And I mean, if I can keep that going, I'll be happy. Hell yeah, congrats, man. That's so beautiful. Dude, I had so much fun with that drawing. Like, it's funny too, because I wish like if I could do those all over again, man, like I feel like I could do them so much better now too. Like, I've learned so much about color and perspective since like we started working on that video game. Doing a few games, mostly focusing on my video work for my job. Word. Still got some things I want to get back into. We can talk. Hell yeah, dude. I'm literally in like hyperdrive right now with art. Like, I got my whole studio set up. I like revamped everything. And pretty much making it the majority of my week. And ready to put my skills to the test again. For whatever. Like, I recently put myself through a class that I bought. And I realize I have the knowledge to storyboard with you so much better now, because I didn't understand like focal lengths and lens sizes, and how, like the smaller the millimeter, the wider the lens and all that, and like how to portray that, and the difference in like storytelling between like a telescopic lens and a wide angle, and how you can use those to like really portray different things. And I was always just like doing all my drawings for you just like telescopic, like portrait mode, you know what I mean? Where I realized I can draw a little bit more immersively now. And I think for like a point and click adventure game, like almost wide angle lens kind of stuff would be cool. Or more appropriated for it. Just thoughts. I don't know. I go back to that artwork all the time because it's some of the stuff I've worked the hardest on, believe it or not, and it's a good reference for me as I improve and try to improve. This reminds me, I have to fix this little bar here. It's not vanishing towards the horizon point. So, this kind of actually just needs to be redone. There we go, more like that. Honestly, I just went through a very similar learning curve. All that stuff applies from video to animation. Hell yeah, dude. It really does. Like, I just, I always understood camera lenses and like camera types or like lens types and like wide and then like and how they looked, but I didn't understand how to like draft that onto a 2D plane. You know what I mean? Like purposely be like, okay, like, I mean, long story short, it's just bringing in the vanishing points. Wide angle, you bring them in closer. Telescopic, the vanishing points just go farther and farther out exponentially. But I just I just didn't have that training. I didn't have that like knowledge. So it's fun. I just thought I got bit for a second there. I'm excited to like use that power now. You know what I mean? It's like I'm dying to get these like artworks I've had going done so I can like start some new ones here with new perspective. I like perspective. It's fun. I almost want to try one of those weird like MC Escher worlds. You know what I mean? Like the impossible staircases and shit. I'll tell you, Jacob, if you ever have the money, man, to get like one of these screen tablets, dude, it's like night and day compared to the one you have to like look up at the screen. It's like life changing, man. It's like I don't even know if I could ever go back, to be honest. They really figured it out. It's so smooth. Yeah, so these can have some reflective light going on here. Oops. I also went through a big, well, still am, always will be, but I learned a lot more about color too. And how to create that mood, like warm versus cold, and warm shadows and cold shadows, and warm light and cold light, and blah blah blah. And I think the next time we ever work together on something, like when it comes to like creating a mood for like a certain level, like I feel like I have so much more control over that now, to where like I feel like I would have been able to make that cave of life felt like cool and icy, you know what I mean? And then like the beach scene where he came out on the forest to be like super warm and like sunny. Just like didn't understand how to like do that on purpose fully before. I kind of could just get close, but kind of miss color choice here and there. Color is fascinating, man. It's just such a vast learning curve. I'm still a little baby with color. But oh my god, if you do an MC Escher type painting or digital work, I know what my next piece will be. I'm a huge fan. That's awesome to hear. I mean, MC Escher was one of my first earliest inspirations. Like I don't remember how I saw him or where, but I remember I was really young, like pre 10 years old. I saw MC Escher for the first time, and I remember I was like, oh, I want to be able to be that good, And that's like that was like one of the catalysts I remember was his work. But yeah, I do want to experiment with his style. Just like that weird like crazy perfect draftsman looking, you know. Because there's a way to do it. If you use a ruler, you can get everything perfect. So I think I'll come in here and refocus these lines. That was not the color. Let's try that. Okay, I'll do the soft. I'm experimenting with this airbrush one. There we go. That's better. My dad brought a book of his work home when I was a kid. And I was honestly blown away. Yeah, I mean, he's one of those guys that'll like never be touched. You know, he's one of a kind. His stuff is just, it's brain melting to even try to imagine approaching it, you know. It is all mathematical though. And if you know how to lay out the lines and understand what they need to do, it's time. It's hours just after that. And obviously, you know, he brought amazing creativity to it. That's the key, is combining those tools with the cool ideas, which he had. Like that one where it's like a bunch of birds and then it like turns into something, and I can't even explain it. I'd have to like bring it up. I'm gonna have to try. It'll be my version of it, you know. See how it comes out. I haven't decided what I want to do with it yet. So it's almost like I want... Okay. I have to see. I have to experiment to know. It's like, maybe these can be clouds. That's kind of cool, huh? Yeah, so the stairs that go up and down at the same time. Exactly. Like those impossible illusions. Exactly. Okay, I'm digging this, like, the clouds covers the top of it. I'm gonna roll with it. Works. Needs some tweaking though. Like, for example, I overtook this edge on accident here, so I have to just fix that. It's the subtlest little things can make an effect go away. I've learned. There we go. So I need to go a little brighter with that. Nope. Still too big of a brush. There it is. That's the size. And then take this white here. A little dimmer than that. Okay, short lines, short lines. Okay. Finished tweaking these clouds here. I've recently fallen in love with the airbrush tool on this program. It has these 4 settings: hard, soft, highlight, and shadow. And they're just great. They're just great. It's like one of those you gotta use them to know things, you know? Okay, yep. I want this cloud to continue here. But I do not want to have to keep redoing this edge too much. So I'm going to get in way close here. And really stop that cloud there. That's way too obvious though. Okay. And this can like something like that. Maybe this cloud can get all swirly and creepy and ominous. There we go. I need an answer. This spiral needs like it's not affecting. Let me see. Yeah, like there we go. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Nice and spirally. Juicy clouds. Maybe not juicy. I couldn't think of the right word. Also, there will be only a limited amount of prints for this one and my artworks going forward. So there'll always be the original, and then 5 to 15 copies or more, depending on variables, before it's forever locked. A lot of the website art, a lot of the art on my website right now, the prints that I recently got on the post you guys may have saw, those are the last ones that are ever going to be allowed out into the world. There's some stuff on my website, of course, that you can still buy, but not all of it. I kind of had to pick, and that's kind of the little change going forward, is that the prints are going to be limited. Most, but you know, like my main works, not like side stuff. I'm going to be having a lot of pen and ink sketches that come out. I'm really excited for my next work. Can't get to it fast enough. I'm still having so much fun with this one though, that it's hard to get on from it. So I was thinking maybe I could add some, need some light here. Yeah, I think I want to make some coffees. I gotta kind of get it laid out on paper first and do my sketches, but the idea is basically so I guess it would be easier to just show you like this really fast. So basically, the idea is it's gonna be nighttime. Kind of like it's gonna be like that kind of night, and anyways, I'm not gonna bother getting crazy, but the whole idea is probably horizon's gonna be somewhere here. I had the wrong pencil, 1 second. So some sort of like overhanging sort of bluff like this, and there's gonna be two guys here sitting at a campfire having a good time. They're gonna be closer, but over here on the horizon, you know, and there's gonna be, it's gonna be like they're gonna be in the thick of the woods here, so like they're gonna be camping. These guys here are gonna be camping. They're gonna be in the woods and blah blah blah. But over here, way off in the distance, I'm not sure, I haven't decided yet. It's gonna be, you know, the stars in the sky and everything. But right here, I'm gonna have a giant meteorite smashing into the horizon, like moon-sized. So it'll be kind of like this, coming down, smashing into the horizon, with the fire flying and everything. And these guys here are just gonna be chilling. And I'm just thinking, like, as the world's like blowing up in the background, they're relaxing. And you know, it's gonna kind of disappear into the, kind of like disappear into the clouds. They kind of like coming through the clouds, like massive, you know, just massive explosions. But I have to go through my sketches and design it. That's like the first sketch I've even done of it, really. I have this idea of coming out with like the last moments, like the last moments series. No, it's just an idea that like hit me so hard one day, and it was so clear in my head what I wanted to draw that it's just, yeah, I just been thinking about it as I finish this one. This one's getting close, let me tell you. Not much more I want to do on this one. That's what I was doing. I was over here fixing this light. I'm probably not going to finish this one today, or on stream I should say. Probably going to finish it by tonight, I'm hoping. Get the prints going. I also have a lot of like natural disaster ideas of people in their last moments, but I want to find a way to do it bittersweet or lighthearted or comedy. But I'm also kind of into horror drawing, so I plan on doing some scary stuff too. I have a lot of ambitions. Like, I have so many ideas that I have to get to eventually. Some probably will never be fully rendered, but that's okay. I like you're gonna have a last moment series and you inspired my last word song too. Perfect. Yeah, huh? I'm really excited to get started on it. I'm gonna get going on it right away. I do have some people that want me to paint some things for them, but I feel that I want to do this one too strongly. I have to get it going. But I also have to reach out to those people that want me to paint for them and get a down payment before I can take the commission seriously. And I haven't done that yet. So that's another thing that that's a permanent addition to the way I'm doing business here, is I'm going to ask for half up front of any commission and then half when it's done. Because some of these ideas that people give me, they can take hours, weeks to finish. So it's only right and logical for me to do that. Just adding some skylight. Especially if they're big pieces. I plan on doing some highly rendered pen and ink sketches too, with the graphite looking shading. Just went to Michael's and got some giant sketchbooks. Pretty excited about them. I can show you. Ready? Mind my Mickey Mouse pajamas. Styling right now. So, thinking about doing a pen and inks of this size, which is huge for pen and inks. What is this? 18 by 24. Just would take so much time to fill that paper, but it's gonna be fun. Those are gonna be so cool. I'm so excited about them. I think that's a great idea. I don't think anyone serious about wanting your art will have a problem with that. For sure. I hope so. Hope you won't have a problem with it. I mean, I have a lot of ambitions to doing artwork that pleases the crowd too. Like local areas. Like my Sky King one sold so quick. It was ridiculous. So obviously that's a calling to draw more folky local things. And I will. Well, I gotta mix it into my crazy fantasy stuff because it's just my favorite, you know? That's why I started drawing to begin with. This cloud's reminding me of like the Nothing from Neverending Story. I'm dancing around this drawing now, which is a good sign. It means I'm getting close. It's exciting to finish something. Haven't decided how many copies I'm going to do of this one yet. I'm thinking 5. It's going to be 5 only. It's going to be 3 or 5. Because here's the thing. With that tweak in my business, I have to invest in these canvas prints now. I have to give money up front out of my own pocket. With the prints on demand, you know, the second you order it, the factory prints it, ships it out to you for me. But these prints that I do are hand signed by me with the date and the number and everything. So I have to sign them here and have them at my house. That's the difference. But this is kind of a weird piece, you know. It's not one I really looking to mass produce. So if people want it, they want it. If they don't, they don't. I'm trying to make a conversation piece, you know what I mean? The more you look at it, the more there is to find. It's ridiculous the amount of things I could hide in this. I think I'm gonna give this one some circuitry. I almost like the theme of these buildings having circuitry. And you know what? I'm gonna go over here and repick this color because I didn't add circuitry down here. I just want it to be subtle. These are in the distance. I kind of want to imply that the people of this world don't really talk the same language. And I can't really do that while I have English on the signs. So it's kind of weird, but the way I did it in contrast was to just add kind of these little symbols to the truck. But I'm realizing now it's just circuitry, so I think it'll be cool if like the trucks have circuitry on their bodies. Like, what I mean is like the design pattern originally came from like wanting to make it look like a different language, but not anymore. And a little dot there. Cryptic tribal. Just gonna make sure these are level lines. Man, sometimes just like a random spot in my finger gets itchy and I just can't itch it. It's like the inside underneath your skin itch. Maybe I'm crazy. I haven't streamed much lately because I've just been absurdly busy getting all my new art stuff going and whatnot. And yeah. There's bound to be a break in the streaming at some point. Speaking of signs, I have realized my big old coral cave isn't. What am I gonna do when you get famous? Well, I'll be sure to come over there and sign it for you. As long as it's not, we just gotta get it out of the frame so I can sign the front of it. Of course. They did a great job with that print that you have of that. Where did you get that printed again? Was that? Oh no, you got it. I got it printed, right? And you got it framed. I can't remember now. There we go. Got that circuitry texture on there now. Just little decorative things. I think I gotta get the front of this. See what color I can pick. Maybe go a little whiter with it. That could be cool. Yeah. Staples' finest. That's right. Oh, Staples. Good times. Oh, oh my god. I am going to go to the bathroom quick. I'll be right back. We have been going for an hour and 40 minutes already. Can you believe it? Good old Staples. Oh, man. Yeah. Good old Staples. Good memories. But, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll probably be drawing for a bit longer. Not gonna go crazy marathon stream tonight, like 4 hours, but I just wanted to, you know, say hi, show you I'm still here, I'm still streaming. I just had to catch up on a lot of, like, business stuff, prints and the art show and stuff, but I'm gonna try to get back at it more consistently. And, yeah, so go for a little bit longer. I'm probably going to continue working on the coin for the rest of the night. I also kind of wanted to slightly show you guys what has been being worked on, because there has been art going on, but I just haven't really been sharing it as much. Besides, you know, my prints and stuff. But anyways, I'll be right back. If you want to hang out, don't go anywhere. See you in a second. Oh, I forgot. I still have the old squirrel video on this one. I haven't changed it out. I haven't had this layout because I haven't done digital art in a while. Alright. Back at it again. Go another half an hour, 20 minutes. Y'all are still here. Hey. Okay, where was I? This newspaper could use a little work here. When I first sketched this part of it, I used the wrong brush because I ended up changing my mind on my brush choice, so I'm just gonna smooth it out. Basically, the brush automatically gives you that kind of grainy pencil look, and I just want it to be smooth because everything else is. That'll be fine. Let's see. Cleaning up these edges. And bring Not really sure what I'm looking for here. Just kind of doodling. Don't want to make him spherical. Popping out of the page. Smooth out here. Sorry, Jake, if you're watching this, I can't pick up right now, man. Jake is a mountain biking friend of mine, and they're all mountain biking right now, I'm pretty sure. Let me just see if everything's alright though. One sec, guys. Alright, sorry about that. Had to take that call. Let's see. So this needs to come down. Oops. Nope. So I also want to make this newspaper kind of dirty. Looking somehow. It was my goal in mind anyway. Get these lines worked out first. Didn't really finish them properly. Okay. Kind of chopping off the rough edge on that line. It doesn't have to be like insanely perfect, just a little bit better. It is the foreground piece. And what I wanted to do is just take away just the bottom here a little bit. And extend this down a bit. Have another line. So. Oops. It's crazy, the pressure sensitivity on this thing feels like a real pencil. I think they just gotta go down a little more, if that's what it is. Like, so does this whole thing. That's what it is. So I'm just gonna take this and just redraw that, because it's hard. Just reshaping this line a little. And actually, this breaking the rules of perspective. How dare I? So is this, you know, granted that the margin on this newspaper that they put in between the picture is perfectly level and parallel, I should say, with the border line. Okay. Yeah, I'll sharpen up this edge here. Okay, getting there. Gonna flip it to sharpen that edge, just because it's easier with my wrist. It's easier to draw arcs with the wrist. Sorry about my phone noises. I have to keep my phone on because there may be a chance someone calls me that I need to answer. And I had to be vague there because I'm not trying to drop names. Okay. I don't often use the rotation device, but I had to this time. I think this line will help make the newspaper a little bit more bent. I think I went a little too much there with this line. So I just picked the color next to it really, and it's like rather than doing an eraser, I'm just color picking. I feel like that's more accurate. And the same thing with this line. Got a little too curvy. There we go. And let's carry this up. Increase my brush size. And I'm just gonna kind of get a thin one, thin light sketch of it. And I'll come back with the surrounding colors and fix that. This one, I got up off here and enjoy it. It's always looking great. Thanks so much for hanging out. It's always good to see you here. Have a great night at trivia. Thanks for tuning in as always. Okay. So I'm just erasing both sides of it basically. Not like that. My brush is a little too thick here. It's like, see how long I could zoom into this newspaper? And it's only one part of the drawing that's relatively small. Will do, you're so welcome. Later. Bye-bye. And just for perspective, to show you how small this newspaper is, it's a drawing. But it must be done. So this is an interesting case. I gotta kind of recraft the colors under here to fix the edge. I didn't mean to do that. Just that. Okay. And I think I can take it from this side now. Here we go, I gotta rotate it again. Carve it from this side. Oops. So the one thing with this pen you gotta get used to is there's a little button on it. There are two buttons. And sometimes it's easy to accidentally press them. That'll be fine. I think it would be funny to... I gotta fix that. appreciate you guys always hanging out on Twitch too. It's helpful that you guys are on all the platforms. I'll bring this a little more towards white. Because I want to keep this kind of creepy theme. Of the smiley face. Right here. Okay. I think I'll continue to fix up the edge here. And, let's do that. Grab the color from the inside. Splitting hairs at this point. Like, not necessary amounts of detail, but I'm kind of just playing to see if I discover anything else that I can add on to it. I mean, I am cleaning up edges and stuff, but as far as like adding anything else, I'm not sure about that. And I find it easier with circles to like craft them on the edge slowly rather than like to get a better, more accurate one. I find that it's easier to slowly craft one with the eraser. If you really want to work it out. I mean, I am working towards being able to do freehand circles that are not going to need corrections. But that's just that's pencil control. That's just years of pencil control. So I guess I want to get rid of this like sketch text. To make like actual weird text. Like I want to do like the circuit board thing. Maybe it'll help to bring the eye to where these patterns are elsewhere. I'm trying to be conscious of the perspective here of this newspaper. That wasn't quite right. There we go. And let's finish where I started over here before I get too zoomed in. Actually, a little bit bigger. There we go. So one of the fastest ways to draw with these tablets is to literally have your hand rested over the undo button. Like it's like my hand, that's where my hand rests. Control Z. I can just instantly take away any line and get it right. You know. It's like, alright, let's get a good circle. Nope. 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 Oh, that was pretty good. That one. Not bad. Terrible. 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 Terrible, kinda. Went too slow. Is there a proper speed to getting us? There we go. That was kind of a good one. That was pretty good. If I put a box around that, it should look like kind of a square. Yep. Yeah, circles are hard to get good. Just gotta practice hundreds of them like that. Okay, this goes down here. I say it splits it in half. Just spaced in half, that is. Oops. Not quite, a little lower. I knew I didn't draw those lines to the right spot. I didn't mean to obey them, I meant to ignore them. Fixing this line here. This is a little too curved. It's gotta be more like that. Actually, and then it's actually this line that's the criminal now. look wrong. And I just have to conform. And I don't feel like redrawing that line because I got it right, so I'll just color in to fix it. I would say it even curved a little bit much there on the end, but I'm not worried about it. Getting too zoomed in now. Okay. Well, on that newspaper fix, I'm gonna call the stream there. I gotta make myself something to eat, but it's been so good to see you, Stephanie. And I'm glad y'all hung out. I'm glad I ended up streaming. Gotta get some in this week. I have lots to draw, so I might even do a out and about portable stream where like kind of did when I did the watercolor of the flood, where I streamed from my phone. Remember when you, Stephanie, you were laughing about how you were gonna get motion sickness because the camera was shaking from the wind, and I had to fix my tripod. Kind of that kind of a stream, except, you know, obviously the camera not shaking. But yeah, anyway, don't know when I'm streaming next. I know I started with the schedule, took it away again, but it's because a lot of other things going on. But I kind of like streaming for when it's time to just hang out and catch up and show you guys what I've been working on. Anywho, I hope you all have a great rest of your Tuesday night, I believe. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.